Ella, settle down. All right, so we're going to harbor, so we want to stay to the right. And we're going to want to turn it around when we get into harbor. So we'll make this right into the sea yard and then back through. Left, perfect. We're in an uphill here. Why are we slowing down? Downhill. Dropping to 60. Oh, into a tunnel. Woohoo! Hop back outside for a few. As we come out. Dude. Hiding for the fields. There's a harbor ahead of us over here. Out for a long squawk. There's harbor there. Come along the hillside. Light power in Derail Valley. That's what that means if you ever hear anybody say, oh, look, that's light power. Light power is just two or more or one or more locomotives without any rolling stock pulled behind it. No cars attached to it. It's just locomotives transiting from one yard to the next. Slow down because this is 40 and then it's all downhill from here. Down into harbor we go. Wow, we've been out of harbor for a long time. Oh, We've driven all over Derail Valley with our trusty DM3 and DE2. Back off on the engine brake for a little bit. Come up to speed again. And we are down. Down and back at Harbor in Town. So once we park these, we'll have to head over to the roundhouse and see what's available there to see if we can upgrade these two boys. Is correct. We do want to make the right into the sea yard and then back ourselves out just in case we don't have the locomotives that we want and we need to pull out of here. I want to make sure that my locomotives are facing in the right direction. So have to continue to plan as if your power, your motive power, is not going to change. And I'm not looking at the roundhouse. We'll go over and find out and be surprised. So stick with me. But what I will do is we'll park them on, so we want to stay left there, but we want to make a right here, and we'll park them in the F track here, just to kind of get them out of the way, just in case. Normally we go into the D and G yard, do a lot of our shunting there. Build stuff and drop it off in the E yard. I'm gonna park these over here off the main tracks. Park it across the road. It's okay. All right. Turn those off. There we are. Our DE2 and our DM3 back at Harbor in Town. There's a good shot. Take a quick picture for old time's sake. All right, so let's see what is available to us. Yeah, that's the DE2, that's always there. Let's see. Yep, okay. Perfect. 1, 2. All right, ladies and gentlemen. These are our next. Oh, look at that. 69. This is kids rated, isn't it? Okay. I have no idea what that means. Ooh, a 99. That's a good number too. So there we go. So that's our next next effort here. In fact, you know, let's do what we need to do. Yeah, numbers are fun. All right, so that is our goal. We have long train 1, and that's what's required. And we've earned our money. We've done our work. Let's take this game to the next step. So we do have some fees, so let's pay those first. And we'll go. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to pay all of this. Because we are at 18K for our. All right, so now we can go back to licenses. So what do we want to buy? We want the DH4. Yes. Thank you very much. DH4. Da da da. Needs to be fanfare, you know. We also want multiple unit. Confirm. We're going to drop 100. Because that's kind of the way it works here. And more licenses. And we want to get manual service. All right. Manual service. And I think those are all the ones we had talked about last week. Just make sure before we start anything up and incur any. Museum is next. Museum is next. So we'll get, we want to kind of have almost $1 million in our wallet before we do museum. We don't have to, but that is the goal. So we have picked up, nope, we have picked up the DH4. Congratulations to us. So the DH4, here we are. The DH4 is a heavy shunting and light hauling locomotive. All right. On the flat, 2,000 tons, up a 2% grade, 600 tons, and in the rain on a 2%, it says it's 500 tons, but it's probably close to 300. It's usually half of what it would be if it wasn't raining. And this bad boy weighs 77 tons. And we're going to take 2 of them. I wasn't paying attention. What are we voting on? Do I lead with locomotive 69 or locomotive 99? So here we are on the inside. 69, good. I got 2 votes for 69. All right, so this is the inside of the DH4. And we're going to run through this a little bit. I think it may give us a tutorial, or it may not. But to start it up, you have to open this switch. All right, and there's a electronics and a starter. And it looks like the starter is on. All right, so then you can shut this. And then there's a button. It says starter. Push the button. And she all starts up. So we've got a lot of gauges. This is our speedometer. These are our front lights, our rear lights, our cab lights, which will turn on, wipers, and the sander. That's all on these switches in the front. All right, here is your oil temperature and your tachometer, your air brake pipe, and your main reservoir. This is how much oil you have, how much fuel, and how much sand. This turns off the train. This is your throttle, the reverser, forward or back. And we have a dynamic brake and our horn. All right, then there you have your independent brake and your train brake, like we have seen on the DE2, very similar. That's pretty much it. Nothing else opens. There's just this box here. So we need to turn that off. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this train around, park it back on this track. So this train will be backwards. Oh, hold on. And the cutoff. Cut out. I don't know what it's waiting for. Maybe the brake was off. Okay, the brake was off. are clear. Let's make sure. Yeah, we are clear. So what we're going to do is we're going to make these so that they are opposite one another. On to the other side and see if we're lined up. All right. And while we're between episodes, I will mount all of the gadgets, dismount the gadgets from the DM3 and mount them here on these. Slow down, please. This is the manual servicing station here at Harbor and Town. Oops. Okay, once again, we started up. We have to open up the breaker box, turn on the electrics. The starter switch is up. Go over here, hit the starter button. Turn on the cab lights. It has like just the headlights and then it has the overhead lights. All right. Brake is already off. All right, now we can line it up with this locomotive. We are going backwards here. Slowly bring these two together, and when we use the green button, it'll connect everything, even the funny blue cable. So we are both together now, back to back, and the blue cables for the multiple unit are connected. So it doesn't matter if we're in this cab and running or this cab and running, this one will switch it into reverse and forward and vice versa, and it's a wonderful thing. Let me just make sure, because one of these needs to be off and the other one needs to be on, I think. I don't know. Maybe it does its thing. This isn't even on. Now it is. Okay, so that's red. this means this one will be... All right, so let's take her out. Ooh, I wonder if we can take her out. Ooh, that's a good question. Is there enough room on here? I don't think there is. Things that make me go, That is a problem. Okay, not a problem. Let's... unhook. Stop, please. Just make sure. Okay, good. So we'll do it this way. Ella, settle down. Now we'll put them together. Oh, how close is it, Wild? All right, so this to there, this to there, and this to there. Air on. We are good. Is the front. There we go. That's what we want. right, so let's take her out. All right, so what's not right? Is that not right? No longer blinky. Yes, okay. All right, so 69 is our lead engine. Notice the visibility is getting even less and less. Hello, Fuzzbud. Here's little Ripley. Hello, love. Now we can just jump in this cab, and all our instruments are facing forward. Now our next switch, we want to go straight. Now we're back to driving by instruments. So we'll get this set up over by the D and G yard in the pull-off that's over by the office. And when we come back and get together again, which is probably going to be in 2 weeks, I think. Yes, because I have planning commission next week. We'll look over the jobs that are here. In the meantime, I'll have flipped all the gadgets and installed them so we don't have to go through that again. And we'll do some shunting with the DH4s. Spend a little time in the yard with it. Get things rolling. Yay! Congratulations, Wild. Which puts us just about on time for the 2-hour block. Grab another picture. that'll give us our picture for our thumbnail for this part of the video. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for stopping in tonight. Wild, Live, Ember, anybody else that showed up, didn't say hello. Thanks for coming by. We are now in the mid-game for Derail Valley. So I look forward to continuing to build on our skills and build our funds and continue to own the rails here in Derail Valley. So thank you, everybody. If you've watched the video on YouTube, thanks for coming by. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing so you see more content like this. So once again, thank you, everyone. Stay safe, be healthy, look out for each other. And this will be Swift Fox signing off. Have a good night.